So if you're watching this video right now, then you're probably tired of seeing this popular problem on Google Search Console which says URL discovered but currently not indexed. Well, you are not the only one going through it. I've personally gone through these things and I've been able to develop 5 simple strategies in which I'll get to avoid it whenever I see it, and to the extent that I don't even see it now again, because now when I publish my blog post, just because I put the right strategies in place, my blog post gets indexed within 5 to 10 minutes. Highest time it takes my blog post to index is actually 30 minutes, and this is because I've been able to implement these tips that I'm going to share with you in this video. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips plus 1 bonus tip on how you can actually get your website indexed faster and also avoid this problem called URL not indexed. So I've personally been facing this since Google released their latest update since last 2022 years. I started facing this issue since 2022 with my old website. Even when I started off my new blog, I was also seeing it. But then I got to do a lot of research and I was able to find how you can actually avoid this issue. And I'm here to share that with you in this video. So without further ado, I say, hello guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to Paris Tech. On this channel, we may focus on blogging and other ways in which you can make money online, such as affiliate marketing and other good ways. So if this sounds like, why not smash that subscribe button, like this video. Let's get straight to today's video. I'm going to share with you how you can avoid this problem on Google Search Console so your URL is discovered but currently not indexed. So hello guys, so this is the first step here, which is actually requesting indexing manually, and I'm going to show you how this works. So you can see over here on my personal website, so this is my new website that I started. So if you started with my blogging series that I actually post for some time now, you know that this is a new website I just started called Football Central, and this website is based on football news, and a lot of articles goes out on a daily basis, meaning for them to be available for my audience to see, I will need to make sure they get updated. They get indexed very faster. So take a look at it here. You can see clearly that I have 43 pages not indexed and then 49 pages indexed, meaning my pages that are getting indexed are way going above the ones that are not indexed, and that's a good sign now. So now here's the problem. You can see that discovered currently not indexed, and this is the issue you yourself you're actually facing. So now let's click it and let me show you how you can use manual indexing to actually index it. So you can see, take a look at the first one. They say the first one is 10 gains, 11 goals. Is Messi still brilliant, or is MLS defending terrible? So now let's actually copy this one and then put it on Google and see if it has actually been indexed. So now let's put it up here, and then I'm just going to use this and then hit on search. You can see that this particular post isn't indexed. This is because I'm still facing this same issue here, but the text has been picked off from different categories, but the main page itself hasn't been indexed. So what you can do if you find yourself in this position is simply come over here and then paste in the URL over here and then click on enter. So this one now, we actually want to see the reason why this post hasn't been indexed, and for that we need to request indexing manually, because the page is not indexed but is discovered. So what you can simply do in this case is simply request indexing manually. So this is the first step here, simply requesting the index manually. Mostly if you publish the article long ago, like for this article, I published this particular article, let me open it up. I can't even trace it back because there are over 50 articles in this website within 1 month of creating the website. This article was published very long ago without any clear editing, and it was published by one of my team members and not me in particular. And you can see that it's a very long article that was published before I started implementing the indexing tips. You can see 4 weeks ago, which is 1 month right now, and the website is exactly 1 month old, so the post hasn't been indexed. And I personally know the reason why this post hasn't been indexed, and you can see them clearly, and we are going to touch on all of them gradually within the blog post. So here is one problem you're actually likely to face. So if you try submitting it manually and you face this issue, there's simply no problem. Simply clear your browser cache and then retry it again, and it's going to work out. So this is simply the first step when it comes to getting your website indexed by Google. So the second tip here to actually make sure that your website, your content gets indexed, is simply checking your content quality. And this is really important. So for example, take a look at this article here. Everything is written jamly, and you don't expect Google to index this article. So this one in particular wasn't actually published by me. It was published by one of my team members. As I said, I work with a team, and this article has been published long ago. So for example, if I should come over to my website right now, let me visit the website homepage. You can see that all other latest articles has been indexed. So for example, let me copy this one. This one was published 3 days ago. So let me just copy the link and then paste it on Google and use Google search. You realize that all my new posts have actually been indexed. You can see it here. Let's go Madrid Champions League squad 2023-2024. You can see that this post has been indexed. This will tell you that all my latest posts are actually getting indexed, but it's just those old few ones that are not getting indexed. And from here now you can see clearly that it was actually this one here. I can say it might be the content quality, because take a look at the blog post first. No proper arrangement, everything just written haphazardly, no proper alignment, nothing. You can see here, just imagine this full paragraph here. Just imagine all of this written together. How do you expect Google to index this thing? So another thing you should look out for if your website content are not getting indexed and are receiving that notification is to try and work on your content. So for this one, I'm just going to rush out through it and then rework on everything related to it, then republishing it. So if you find yourself having this sort of jam content on your web pages, and take a look at here, this paragraph was left open, nothing inserted into it. All these ones is telling Google that you don't value your website, and then the content you put out there are whack, and Google is also going to treat it as such. So take a look at here. You just pasted a link here like this with no title, nothing, and this one, all this one sends back signals to Google that, hey Google, this website has some whack content in it, and then there's no need to actually index it. So if you find yourself having this sort of content, I would advise you go through and re-edit them before publishing it to Google for indexing. And that's simply the point number 2 reason why your website, your content might be your content might be seen by Google, which is discovered but not actually crawled. Take a look at this. So the point number 3 is simply looking at your website design. Your website design is really important when it comes to getting your website indexed on search engines. So for example, take a look at this website here, Football Central. You can see how the menus, everything are well aligned and spaced out of each other with at least 15 pixel gap. So if you think your website is not getting indexed, and then you've done almost every single thing I'm going to share with you in this video, still it's not getting indexed, then I think it's time to actually check on your website design. Take a look at this one here. Despite using a lot of widgets, a lot of spaces on this web page, I was still able to keep my design up and then see align everything perfectly. You can see there are a lot of things that I've added on this particular sports website, but still you can see that my website is easy to navigate. If you come, you can see the home button. Like even if you open any particular news to read, still everything is still available for you. You can see my breadcrumb, everything is available. So if you are setting up your website, another thing I think you should take note of is simply your website design. Make your website easy to be navigated. Like come over to my other website, also Perez Tech. You can see that the design, everything is still same here, despite the fact that over here I have to move the menu to the top. Still, I still have everything, despite having chop and a lot of things built in together with it. So another thing you should look out for your website design is actually looking at the design. Like the design is really important. Make your website easy to be navigated by anyone at all. Like once anyone visits your website, make it easy for them to navigate, because just as users navigate through your website, that's how search engines also navigate through your website when they want to index your content, and this is really important. So if you think you've done a lot of things, your content quality is up, you've requested manual indexing, and then you've done the other points that I've actually shared with you and it wants to be shared with you, then I think the next point is actually checking your website design. So you don't have to be a great website designer to actually customize a good website. So one of the things I offer here at Perez Tech is simply website design. So if you think you need someone to actually give you a website design, an easy to be navigated website that will meet up to the qualities of Google, then I think you can actually reach out to me or my team, and then we are going to help you get a quality website design as well. Trust me, the website design, I personally do it myself. My team actually goes on with the audits and the rest, and I do the design myself. I'm personally a designer, and then I personally designed these 2 websites, my personal website and then my football website, all were done by me. I personally designed them to look different from the original interface that it is and make it even simpler to navigate. So you can see here, so the services are for blog audit, content research, and everything. So if you come onto this page, you can see my contact details are here, or you can even check this video description and grab my contact details, and I'm going to help you do your website design. Or probably if you think you have a great website design and still none of this thing is working for you, I believe there's a final tip I'm going to share in this video. It's actually going to work for you. But before that, there are other things that you also need to learn, because that final tip might not work for you, but implementing the other ones I'll share along the video might work for you, because all these things are things I have personally implemented and they are working well for my website. So for this particular article, trust me, within the next 1 week time, you'll see it already getting indexed on Google, and I'll do it swiftly by re-updating the whole article again. So the point number 4 here is actually using the live test tool. So the live test tool, one thing I actually love about this tool is because it helps you know what exactly is wrong with it. So your website might not be indexed because of poor content quality. It might not be getting any issue that you've tried debugging and still not finding out. Well, the easiest way to actually find out the main problem is simply using the live test tool. So this tool is one tool that I've been using on Google. Like I use this tool a lot when I come on Google here to actually index my content. So if I'm submitting any blog posts for manual indexing like I used to do, but right now I don't submit my website for manual indexing anymore. And you are going to learn why I no longer submit manual indexing, because I now have a secret hack that I actually use to get all my articles indexed very fast and simple. So if you want to watch that, I advise you watch this video to the very end, and I'm going to share the tutorial as the bonus session in this video, where you can learn how you can actually use that trick to get all your content indexed fast and simple. So when it comes over to the point number 4 here, as I already said, it's using the live test tool, because the live test tool will tell you the reason why Google might not index your website and reasons why Google might index it. So once you come over to Google here, to access the live test tool, simply come over here and then paste the link to that particular article you want to be indexed. So for this, let me just right click and paste. Okay, so this one is already indexed, so I'm not going to use that. Let me use this one that is not yet indexed. So I'm just going to paste this one in and then wait for it to actually give me the result from it. So after that, we are going to use the live test tool to see what's actually wrong with it. So now to access the live test tool, once you paste in your URL like this, you come over here and then click on test live URL. So once you click on this one will try debugging the website on live terms and then telling you the possible reasons why it might not get indexed. And then once it gives you the reason, your only option now is to work with those reasons and try to optimize your content. So you can see that with a live test, you can see URL is available to Google, meaning Google can actually index it. Page can be indexed. You can see this will tell you that the page doesn't have any issue. And over here you can see page mobile usability, everything passed, meaning this particular article, the only thing hindering it from being indexed might be the quality and arrangement. Because over here on the live test tool, so once the live test tool tells you that everything is okay with the article, then the next problem is to actually go through the content quality. So if it's a live test tool and it tells you that everything is okay, my advice for you is to look at your content quality. And if it's fully generated with AI, my advice for you is that get rid of that content or simply rewrite it to a real human tone, let it sound real human, and then re-update it. Then Google is actually going to index it. So for this one, I'm actually going to work it out and then make sure I get it indexed again. So the next thing to actually look out for to make sure that your website is not having any other external issue and the issue of indexing is actually coming from Google is simply your web hosting provider. So there's this common thing that I noticed with a lot of poor hosting and cheap hosting that I've used in the past that aren't actually what I can recommend. It's simply because most of the times when Google try indexing your content after discovering it, they get this notification from the hosting server that either your server is down or there's poor response rate from your server provider, and all those ones will actually block your website from getting indexed. So if you are here to start a website or you already have a website that is facing indexing issues, here is the best advice I have for you: simply changing your web hosting provider. So one of the top 3 hosting providers that I have used, I'm still using and can recommend is simply Hostingjar. I like Hostingjar, cheap, affordable, but not actually that easy to use. Their control panel is not that easy to use as compared to the rest I'm going to share with you. But if you ask me which one of them out of the 3 I'm going to recommend you should actually use, our advice is Hostingjar. Their price is cool. You can see starting from $3 per month. You can simply start running a full website and everything goes on smoothly. So if you are trying to change your web hosting provider or you are having indexing issue, our advice is switch your web hosting to either Hostingjar, or you can also try Namecheap. Namecheap is also pretty much cheap as compared to Hostingjar. One thing I love about Namecheap is that their buying and their renewing rate isn't that much different as compared to Hostingjar. But this is under web hosting provider. You can also try their server time up. It's really quite okay as per my own use and my own test that I'm actually giving. I'm not giving anything from whatever thing I've read from any source. I'm giving you my review based on this web hosting because I have personally used them for different sort of website, bigger, smaller, online shops, because I'm a website developer. I'm a website designer, so I work with a lot of different servers and I know what a lot of websites are actually going through. And then when it comes to my work, I always look out for the best hosting to work with, and I recommend that to my clients. So that's why I'm also here sharing them with you. So another one you can try is HostGator. So if you are someone who is trying to build like an online shop or a very heavy website, then HostGator could be one of the greatest places for you to go because they are pretty much okay at handling hugely, let me just say, heavy website. But in general, all these 3 web hostings are okay for any sort of website. Trust me, they are really okay for any sort of website. They deliver so and you will not have any server issues. Though once you might have server glitches, which is your website will be down for probably few minutes to few hours. That is normal. It happens with every web hosting out there. Though I haven't personally experienced it with any of this hosting, but that one is normal across every single host out there. So if your website is not getting indexed, then I'll consider you switch your hosting provider. Probably try 3 of these. So if you want to get a link to set up any of this, then you can use my affiliate link in this video description. Please note that when you use my link to actually make any purchase from any of these 3 hosting that I just provided, I will be earning a commission from the various company that you are buying from. So this commission is not to be paid by you, but it's to be paid from the money you actually use in buying. So the company is the one paying me the commission and not you. So you can use my affiliate link to sign up for any of them, and I'll earn a commission for it. And that's how I get to keep up this channel, sponsor up this channel, and get it going. So that's simply it about the 5th point here. Simply try changing your web hosting provider, because that might be the reason why you're actually not getting indexed. And then now let's move to the final, which is the bonus tip I actually said I'm going to share with everyone in this video. Trust me, on this channel I don't hide anything. I share with you the main things working and the things that are not working, and tell you what exactly to do to make sure it works, because at the end of the day we only want to focus on those things that works. So here is my bonus session. My bonus session is simply submitting your website to Google News. So whether you are a news publisher or just a normal blog, you can just submit your website to Google News, and this one will help you get indexed faster. Because I personally submit my website to Google News, and you can see that I already have 2 followers from Google News, and I submitted my website to Google News about a week or 2 now. And since then, any article I publish takes less than 10 minutes to actually get indexed, and the highest I've ever experienced was around 10 to 30 minutes actually. And that's one of the best experience you ever get, for your articles to be getting indexed in less than an hour. And the only way for that to happen is simply Google News. So after I submit my website to Google News, and anytime I publish any article or any of my team members publish articles, what I simply do is that I come over to my Google News dashboard, hit on edit, come over to content and publication. Then I simply hit on refresh on the particular categories that the blog post will be sent to, and then once I hit on refresh on all of them, it takes within 5 to 10 minutes, and then boom, my article gets indexed on Google. And I actually love this. So this is simply the bonus I have for you. Simply use Google News. Whether you are in a news publishing or not, you can use Google News. So in case you don't know how you can submit your website to Google News, you can let me know down in the comment section, and I'm going to share with you a step-by-step guide on how you can actually set up Google News and then make sure that your website content gets indexed faster. So in general, this is simply every single thing you need to know about getting your website indexed. And if you're having discover but not indexed, here are the 5 tips that I have for you, that I've made for you, that personally work for me, that I'm sharing with you, so you can also implement them and make sure it works for you. So once Google News actually approves your website, and your Google News and then your Gmail, your console is actually in the same account, you'll be seeing it here. You can see over here showing Google News. I know I'm not getting much traffic from it yet, but it's actually helping my content get indexed, and I believe over time my website to start getting some decent amount of traffic from it, because I already got 2 followers within 2 weeks, and then the article itself, the website itself, is just 2 months old. You can see I've got already 5 clicks and then 296 impressions, and my website is just few months old. So this simply is about how you can actually get your website indexed on Google if you're having the discover but not index issue. So hope you find this video helpful. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and tell me what you feel down in the comment section. So that already said, have a nice day. Bye.